Welcome all of you. Today we discuss about the next topic, and the topic name is the climatic normals for crop and livestock production. In this lecture we discuss about the what is meant by climatic normals and the climatic normals for the crop and livestock production. That means in this lecture we study about the crops as well as the livestock, their requirement of climate or requirement of weather for their normal growth development, as well as for obtaining the maximum production or maximum yield from the crop, and in case of livestock maximum milk yield. That means at which certain condition of climate or weather the crop can be give maximum yield, or also the livestock can give the maximum milk yield. So this climatic situation we are study, that means the which climatic condition it is suitable for the obtaining maximum output from the crop as well as the livestock. These climatic condition we are discuss. Also we are discuss about the impact of or negative impact of the climatic or weather elements on the crop production as well as the livestock production. So first of all we discuss about the what is meant by climatic normals. We know climate means it is the generalized or average weather condition or average condition of weather. It is known as the climate, average or general condition of weather, it is known as the climate. And climatic normals means a degree of temperature or amount of rainfall or humidity, etc. weather parameters which are distinguish optimal condition from those defined as abnormal, both causes excess and insufficient. That means these different weather parameters including the temperature, rainfall, humidity, etc. weather parameter, if they are excess or they are in less amount, that means if temperature is increases, rainfall is increases, or humidity is increases, also temperature decreases, rainfall decreases, and humidity decreases, the effect of this change in weather parameters for long term, how affect on the crop production and livestock production. That means if this weather parameter is excess or insufficient at that time, how the crop is abnormally produced or livestock also abnormally produce or survive. So study of this impact of different weather parameter on the crop, it is known as on the crop and livestock, it is known as the climatic normal. In simple language, different weather parameter, how these are suitable or how they are adverse effect, that means negative effect or a negative influence of this weather parameter on the crop and livestock. This content or study of these factors or this content, it is known as the climatic normals. So this is about the climatic normals. Now firstly we discuss about the climatic normals of crop. In crop, different crops like rice, sorghum, maize, sugarcane, cotton, etc. And after that we can discuss about the climatic normals for the livestock. In case of livestock we discuss about the cattle. After that milk cattle. In cattle all cattle are included, that means draft purpose, milk purpose, etc. That means all cattle. And in case of milk cattle or milk cattle, only milk cattle are including. And last one we discuss about the climatic normals for the sheep and goat production. So first one, climatic normals for the crop. In case of crop, first one is the rice crop. See here, this is the rice crop, and this rice crop, it is cultivated in 3 seasons, that means pre kharif, Kharif and Rabi season. Here pre-Kharif, that means if the water availability in April-May or April-May month, at that time this rice is cultivated. It is known as the pre-Kharif, or 1 month before the starting of Kharif season. The cultivation of rice crop, it is known as the pre-Kharif season. Next one, Kharif season. In case of Kharif season, that means from June to September ending. This crop is cultivated, is known as the Kharif season. And in case of Rabi season, in Kharif season, in Konkan region, this rice is cultivated. In case of Rabi season, from October to February month. October to February month, the cultivation of rice is known as the Rabi season, and this the Rabi season rice is cultivated in Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh state, because withdrawal of monsoon, that means northeast monsoon, it is maximum received in the Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh district due to the west in Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, this state. Also in Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh, due to the western disturbance in February, or in case of March month, or in case of winter season, the rainfall is received or occurs in Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh state. So in Rabi season, the cultivation of rice in Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh state, it is possible. So this sentence, it is important for semester and theory, all competitive exams. In winter season, in Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh, rainfall is received due to dash dash. Here option southwest monsoon, northeast monsoon, or western disturbance. The option is, or correct answer is, western disturbance. In northern part, sometime they asked, in northern part of the country, the rainfall received in winter season, or in case of January February month, it is due to dash dash, and the answer is the western disturbance. This sentence, it is important for all MPSC, UPSC and Agri MPSC, as well as the MCR purpose, also semester and theory exam purpose. Now the next point, in case of rice, it is called as the sociophyte. Sociophyte, that means heat loving crop. Those crop require the maximum amount of heat, it is known as the sociophyte. Sociophyte means heat loving crops. So, and this rice crop is required high amount of temperature, high amount of humidity, and also high amount of water requirement, or high amount of water is also required for the obtaining maximum yield, or to grow this rice crop. High amount of temperature, high amount of humidity, and high amount of water, it is necessary. So this is about the rice crop in general. Now we discuss about the climatic normals, that means the optimum, minimum, or maximum temperature requirement for the rice crop, or also moisture content, that means the rainfall requirement or water requirement of the rice crop. Before studying this climatic requirement, we are discuss about the some temperature, that means the temperature including the minimum temperature, optimum temperature, and maximum temperature. Also another one term is base temperature, it is indicated by T base. So what is meant by minimum temperature? Minimum temperature means it is the lowest temperature in 24 hours or in a day, lowest temperature. Optimum temperature, that means the temperature at which crop can attain maximum growth and yield, or maximum growth and their development. The temperature at which the crops is attained maximum growth and development, it is known as the optimum temperature. maximum temperature, the highest temperature in a 24 hour or in a day at a temperature crop cannot be survive, or above that temperature crop cannot be survive. This is known as the maximum temperature. And these three temperature, that means minimum, optimum and maximum temperature, it is known as the cardinal temperature. It is known as the cardinal temperature. So keep in mind this four terminology: minimum temperature, optimum temperature, maximum temperature and cardinal temperature. Next terminology, and the terminology name as the base temperature, that means T base. T base or base temperature, that means the temperature at which or below which the crop cannot be grow satisfactory, that means the growth and development of crop it stopped. And the adverse effect of this temperature is found on the crops. That means when the base temperature or below that temperature crop cannot be grow satisfactory, so this is known as the base temperature. And the base temperature of the rice crop is the 10 degree Celsius. Base temperature for the rice crop is the 10 degree Celsius temperature. So this is about the maximum temperature, minimum temperature, optimum temperature, cardinal temperature and about the base temperature. Now we discuss about the temperature requirement for the rice crop. In case of rice crop, the optimum temperature for the germination of rice crop, it is required 10 degrees Celsius. That means it is the base temperature for the rice crop. Here germination means the radicals come out above the earth surface. Here two terminologies: one is the germination and second one is the emergence. Emergence means the radical or plumule is come out from the seed, and the germination means the radicals it is come out above the earth surface. It is known as the germination. Emergence means radical or plume it is come out from the seed, and in case of germination means radical or plumule it is come out above the earth surface. It is known as the germination. And for that germination the rice crop required minimum temperature, or the base temperature is optimum temperature for the germination of rice crop is 10 degrees Celsius. Like that the optimum temperature for flowering it is 22 to 23 degree Celsius. Also for the grain formation, that means the development of seed, it is known as the grain and the grain for the grain formation 20 to 21 degree Celsius temperature is required. Also in case of rice crop, for the entire growth, that means for the total growth period, the daily mean temperature or daily average temperature required for the rice crop it is about 22 degree Celsius. Here mean temperature or average temperature or daily mean temperature means it is the maximum temperature plus minimum temperature divided by 2. This is known as the mean temperature or average temperature. That means the maximum plus minimum divided by 2, it is known as the mean temperature or daily average temperature. This temperature, that means here for the rice crop growth and development, mean air temperature is required around 22 degrees Celsius during the growing period or entire growth of rice crop. Also in case of temperature in soil, that means in case of soil temperature, near about 16 degrees Celsius temperature is required for the rice crop after transplanting. That means the crops or seedling are prepared in nursery, and when this seedling is ready for cultivation or transplanting in main field, after transplanting of this seedling in main field, the crop required soil temperature is above 16 degree Celsius. Below 16 degree Celsius soil temperature, the rice crop cannot be grow very well and having adverse effect found on rice crop. Also in case of temperature, the temperature above 22 degree Celsius, temperature above 22 degree Celsius, the rate of respiration is increases in rice crop. Also grain filling period is reduces. Rate of respiration is increases when temperature is or atmospheric temperature is goes above 22 degree Celsius. Also having adverse effect, the grain filling period is reduces. That means when grain is develop or grain filling period is suppose 30 days, it can reduces by the 5 to 10 days. It can reduces 5 to 10 days. And in case of rice crop, this rice crop required high amount of temperature, so at 40 degrees Celsius or up to 40 degrees Celsius crop can be thrive or can be tolerate to the temperature. That means crop tolerate up to 40 degree Celsius temperature. If the above 40 degree Celsius temperature is recorded or available to the rice crop, at that time having adverse effect found on the rice crop, and the adverse effect of the high temperature with the wind speed, high wind speed, burning and scald disease are occurs or attacking of the burning and scald disease on rice crop. Here burnings त्याला मराठीत आपण जळणं असं म्हणतो, म्हणजे ते पूर्ण करपून जातं. नेक्स्ट वन, in case of temperature, if high temperature is available to rice crop, at that time burning and scale disease is observed. If temperature is decreases, that means at lowest temperature the spikelet are reduced. That means the formation of spikelet, also germination, seedling development, tillering and shoot height is also reduces. That means decreases. Here spikelets means, see here, this is the grain filling portion or this is the seed portion of the rice crop. It is known as the spikelet. त्याला मराठीत गावाकडल्या भाषेत जर सांगायचं झालं त्याला ओंबी असं म्हटलं जातं. कोण लोंबी म्हणतं, कोण ओंबी म्हणतं. तर रिजन बदलण्यानुसार त्याचं काय होतं, त्याचं मिनिंग बदलतं. तर स्पायकलेट म्हणजे काय, तर मराठीत त्याला ओंबी किंवा लोंबी असं म्हटलं जातं. जर्मिनेशनसुद्धा काय होतं या पिकाचं, जर टेम्परेचर कमी असेल म्हणजे 10 डिग्री सेल्सिअसपेक्षा कमी असेल तर जर्मिनेशनसुद्धा त्याचं कमी होतं. त्यानंतर सीडलिंग डेव्हलपमेंट म्हणजे काय की हे मेन शूट आहे आणि ह्या शूटपासून वेगवेगळे त्याला पानं येणे, त्याला सीडलिंग डेव्हलपमेंट स्टेज असं म्हटलं जातं. टिलरिंग मराठीत त्याला फुटणं असं म्हटलं जातं. आपल्याला राईसमध्ये आपल्या इकडं जरी घेत नसले तर आपण गहू या पिकामध्ये पाहू शकतो की टिलरिंग म्हणजे फुटणं असं त्याला म्हटलं जातं. त्यानंतर शूट हाईट म्हणजेच ऊसाच्या बाबतीत जर पाहिलं आपण, जे कांडी जी असते ऊसाची त्याला आपण शूट असं म्हणतो. त्याच पद्धतीनं राईसमधली जे मेन स्टेम असतं त्याला शूट असं म्हटलं जातं. तर याच्यावरती लो टेम्परेचरचा इफेक्ट होतो, म्हणजे ते काय होतं, त्याची ग्रोथ असेल, डेव्हलपमेंट असेल, ते कमी होत जाते. सो दिस इज अबाउट द टेम्परेचर. नाउ द नेक्स्ट, द वॉटर रिक्वायरमेंट, दॅट मीन्स द मॉइश्चर रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ द rice crop. In case of moisture requirement, this rice crop, it is called as the hydrophytes, that means the water loving. Here hydro means water and hydrophytes means water loving. That means high amount of water or heavy moisture requirement is necessary for the rice crop, and near about 1120 to 1500 mm rainfall it is required for the rice crop throughout the growing season or around the growing season or growing period of the rice crop. This rice crop having total water requirement is near about 800 to 1800 mm throughout the growing period of the crops. And this crop, it is the highly sensitive to water deficiency. That means if less amount of water is available to crop, their reduction in yield, finally reduction in yield, their growth development is reduces, and finally yield of the crop it decreases. Like that, the climatic normals or climatic requirement for the rice crop. Now we see about the climatic requirement for the wheat crop. Climatic requirement for the wheat crop. In case of rice crop, from tillering to maturity stage or grain filling stage, not maturity stage, up to grain filling stage, standing water is required for a rice crop. This sentence also important for agri MPC purpose. In agri MPC, they may ask a question like that: in rice crop, the standing water is necessary from dash dash period to dash dash period, and the answer is tillering to grain ripening stage. Tillering to grain ripening stage. Now next we study about the water climatic normals requirement for the wheat crop. This wheat crop is required moderate temperature. That means no lowest or no minimum or no more temperature. Optimum temperature is required. That means moderate temperature requirement of the wheat crop. And this wheat crop can be cultivated in the region subhumid and semi-arid. Subhumid means where the annual rainfall receive in between 500 to 1000 mm. This region is known as the semi-humid region. And next one, semi-arid. Semi-arid means the region where annual rainfall is received in between 250 to 500 mm average annual rainfall. This is known as the semi-arid region. That means our Solapur district is also comes under the semi-arid region or subhumid, sorry, not semi-arid, subhumid region, because the Solapur district having average annual rainfall, it is 175 mm. So this is about the general information about wheat crop cultivation. Now the temperature requirement for the wheat crop. For the germination of wheat crop, minimum temperature requirement is in between 3 to 4.5 degree Celsius. For the germination, minimum temperature is 3 to 4.5 degree Celsius. Optimum temperature 25 degrees Celsius, and maximum temperature 30 to 32, that means 30 to 32 degrees Celsius temperature is required for the germination of wheat crops. And the mean daily temperature requirement for the wheat crop is 15 to 20 degree Celsius. If the temperature or daily temperature is goes above or beyond the 20 degrees Celsius, or high temperature is recorded, at that time the tillering of this crop is reduces. That means poor tiller develop, also growth rate also decreases. That means poor growth observe. Lower numbers of effective rainfall. Here effective tillers. Here tillers, there are two types of tillers. One is the effective and another is non-effective. Effective tillers means the tiller those are produce grain yields, grain or grain yields. It is known as the effective tiller. And non-effective tillers, that means the tillers those do not produce any types of grain or food material. It is known as the non-effective tiller. And due to the high temperature, the formation of effective tiller is reduces. Also the height of this wheat crop, that means shoot growth, is also short. Also fertilization is decreases. Due to the decrease in fertilization, the yield of this wheat crop is also decreases. Also the short ears with the lower numbers of spikelets. That means spikelets are develop but having ears, it is short in length. Short in length, that means the grain development is decreases, or numbers of grain formation in the spikelet is also decreases. Also, due to this high temperature, weight of weight and quality of wheat grain is also decreases, or lower the grain weight and lower the quality of wheat due to the high temperature. So this is about the temperature requirement of the wheat crop. Next one, moisture requirement. In case of moisture requirement, the optimum requirement of moisture or rainfall for the wheat crop is in between 500 to 875 mm in throughout the life cycle of the wheat crop. In case of total water requirement, near about 450 to 550 water requirement, or total water requirement of the wheat crop. This crop to produce maximum or high quality or better quality grains, or also uh, better quality wheat, or better quality of wheat. This wheat required bright sunshine hours, with dry and cooler nights during the ripening periods. That means during the maturity periods of the wheat crop required maximum amount of bright sunshine hours, that means solar radiation, and also it's required dryness and cooler nights during the ripening stage. If this condition is available to wheat crop, the wheat can produce high quality or better quality grains or wheat. So this is about the wheat crop or climatic normals of wheat crop. Now next we study about the next crop or climatic requirement of the next crop, and the crop name is the wheat crop, sorry, maize crop. The maize crop, it is also called as the thermophoto insensitive crop, thermo and photo insensitive crop, because these crop do not affect by the high temperature or low temperature. They can produce, or they can cultivated in all climatic situation. So this is known as the thermo and photo insensitive crop. That means if high temperature or low temperature is recorded at that time, the optimum yield from this maize crop is also got by the farmer. Also, increase in solar radiation or decrease in solar radiation, they have no adverse effect on the maize crop. So this is called as the photo and thermo insensitive crop. Next one, this crop, it is cultivated in all season, that means kharif, rabi and summer season. So and so this is also known as the thermo heat loving crop also. This is also known as the heat loving or cold loving also. Keep in mind only photo and thermo insensitive crop. This is the most important for the MCAR PGCET entrance exam. The photo and thermo insensitive crop is, and the crop name is the maize crop. Next one, the climate in case of climatic requirement of wheat crop, first one is the temperature. In case of temperature, the mean temperature requirement around the growing season of crop, it is 24 degree Celsius in case of day, and in case of night, the above 15 degrees Celsius temperature is required for the normal growth and development of the maize crop. Maize, it is this crop, it is cannot be cultivated or cannot be produced high amount of grains or yield where in area there is the in summer temperature, or in case of temperature, the temperature of day is below 19 degrees Celsius, and night temperature is falls below 21 degree Celsius. That means in summer season, in a region where the day temperature is decreases or below the 19 degrees Celsius and night temperature below the 21 degrees Celsius, in that area there the cultivation of crop or cultivation of maize is not possible. That means here in summer season also the maize crop required in day temperature, or in case of temperature, day temperature is 19 degrees, about 19 degrees Celsius, and in case of night temperature 21 degrees, about 21 degree Celsius. This is the temperature requirement of the crop in case of day and night period. Now the next, this in case of maize crop, if night temperature is high or increases, the yield of this maize crop is reduces or less yield is obtained. This maize crop for the flowering period near about 35 or more than 35 degrees Celsius temperature is required. Sorry, here at flowering period when temperature is 35 or above 35 degrees Celsius, the fertilization rate of this crop is decreases and final less yield is obtained. So this is about the temperature requirement of maize crop. Next one, moisture requirement of the maize crop. This maize crop having moisture requirement, that means rainfall requirement, is 750 mm, in case of centimeter 75 centimeter. And this maize crop, the high amount of water required at the inflorescence stage, that means at a flowering stage of crop, high amount of water is required. And the flowering stage, it is known as the tasseling. This is the critical growth stage in the maize crop, tasseling and silking. This is important for also third semester and second semester critical growth stages of maize crop, also important for the Agri MPSC and MCR PGCET exam. Here first critical stage for the water, it is the tasseling or tasseling stage, and after that silking. If in any competitive exam there is question may be asked like which of the following is the critical growth stage or sensitive for the water of maize crop, and the option is tasseling, silking, both or none of these. At that time select the both, or if there are three different option like that, tasseling, silking, another any other stage, at that time select the tasseling, stage. So this is the climatic requirement for the maize crop. Now next we study about the climatic requirement for the sorghum crop. It is also known as the jawar crop, and this sorghum crop, it is mostly called as the camel crop. In a word, because this crop is tolerance to fairly high temperature with low soil moisture requirement or low moisture requirement. So this sorghum crop, it is called as the camel crop in the words. That means this crop, it is the tolerant to high temperature and also survive in the less amount of water or less amount of moisture in soil. So this is called as the camel crop in the words. Now the climatic requirement, in case of climatic requirement, temperature requirement of the sorghum crop. For the sorghum crop, for the germination, minimum temperature required 7 to 10 degree Celsius for the germination, and for the emergence 8 degree Celsius temperature, minimum 8 degree Celsius temperature is required. And for the growth and development of the crop, that means the optimum temperature requirement for the sorghum crop is in between 25 to 32 degree Celsius. This is the optimum temperature is favorable for the crop growth. After that, if temperature goes above 32 up to 50 degrees Celsius, this sorghum crop can be survive. And this sorghum crop, it can be tolerate above 50 degrees Celsius for a longer period or for a long time. So also due to this reason, this camel crop is known as the due to this reason, this sorghum crop it is known as the camel crop in the words. In case of temperature requirement, day temperature is higher than 21 degrees Celsius in the first month and 27 degrees Celsius temperature after that it is increases the maturity. That means the maturity period is decreases, that means the crop becomes mature earlier when the temperature of the day after first month it is goes above or up to 27 degree Celsius. So this is about the temperature requirement for the sorghum crop. Now next one, moisture requirement of the crop or sorghum crop. In case of moisture requirement, near about 500 to 750 mm rainfall required for the maximum yield or obtained maximum yield of sorghum crop or camel crop. Also in case of water requirement, the near about 400 to 650 mm rainfall total water requirement of the sorghum crop. And the high moisture at a sowing, it can causes reduce the emergence percentage, that means the poor emergence is occurs due to the high moisture is available at the sowing time of the sorghum crop. So this is about the climatic requirement of the sorghum crop. Now next one, we discuss about the climatic requirement for the cotton crop. And this cotton crop, it is known as the sociophyte means the heat loving crop. And this cotton crop, it is also sensitive to high temperature and low soil moisture. That means if temperature is high at that time, having adverse effect found on the cotton crop, like a falling of balls, that means fruit, also falling of the or dropping of the flowers. Also in case of due to low moisture in soil, the development of fruit is also decreases. So this is about the cotton. Now we discuss about the climatic requirement for the cotton crops. In case of cotton crop, if the temperature is below 18 degrees Celsius, atmospheric temperature is below 18 degrees Celsius, the germination percentage of this cotton crop is decreases. If the temperature is found 20 degrees Celsius, the cotton crop is germinate within the 6 days. And if temperature is recorded or available to crop at 15 degrees Celsius, this crop is germinate or seed of cotton crop is germinate within the 10 to 15 days. And for the growth and development or maximum development of the cotton crop, the temperature requirement is the 22 to 30 degree Celsius. If the temperature is goes above 40 degrees Celsius, the negative effect found on the cotton crop, that means the growth of this crop is stunted or reduces. Also the growth is retarded and reduces the fruit number when temperature is goes below the 15 degree Celsius throughout the crop season. So this is the temperature requirement. Next one, moisture requirement. In case of moisture requirement, rainfall is 500 to 650 mm rainfall is required. Next one, total water requirement is the 700 to 1100 mm water requirement of the cotton crop. Next one, in case of total water requirement, next one, if excess rainfall is occurs, shading of leaves, that means dropping of leaves, square, blooms and balls. That means here square or also bloom is also bloom means flower, balls or square means this part of the or fruit of the cotton crop. These are dropped due to the excess rainfall or heavy rainfall. So this is the climatic requirement of the cotton crop. Next one, climatic requirement for the sugarcane crops. Sugarcane, this crop it is grow around the year. That means this crop it is suffer from the all types of climate or all types of weather condition in the year. And in case of climatic requirement, temperature requirement of the sugarcane crop, the for the good spawning, that means the germination of this sugarcane seeds near about 22 degrees Celsius temperature is essential. And for the best growth of the crop, around 30 degrees Celsius temperature is required. For the germination, about 22 degrees Celsius, and for best growth around the 30 degrees Celsius temperature is required. If the temperature of the atmosphere is goes below 0 degrees Celsius during the winter nights or winter season, at that time the growth and yield of this sugarcane crop is decreases. That means obtained less yield. This is about the atmospheric temperature. In case of soil temperature, 27 degrees Celsius temperature it is the optimum temperature for the maximum growth or very well growth of the sugarcane crop. If the temperature is dropped below 21 degrees Celsius, crop growth is retarded. That means this stunting the growth of crop. Also when below 10 degrees Celsius, crop growth is stopped. That means it is the best temperature for this sugarcane crop. When atmospheric temperature is decreases, and due to decrease in atmospheric temperature, the juice quality of this sugarcane crop is also reduces. So this is about the temperature requirement of the sugarcane crop. Now the moisture requirement or water requirement of the sugarcane crop. In case of water requirement of sugarcane crop, this crop required high amount of water, or in case of rainfall 1250 mm to 1650 mm water is required, or rainfall is required for the obtaining maximum yield from the sugarcane crop. So this is about the climatic requirements of the different crop. Now we discuss about the climatic requirement of the animal production, that means cattle, sheep and goat, and milk cattle. So in case of cattle, see here there are different cattle. Some are exotic, some are indigenous. That means these cattle of our Indian country, having origin is Indian, and these are the exotic. That means it is imported from the other country. And these all cattle having, they are categorized as warm blooded animals. And this and the physiological system of this cattle, it is known as the thermoregulation system. Or due to the warm blooded group of animals, or due to the warm blooded of animals and this physiological system of cattle, it is known as the thermoregulation system. And this system or body of animal, there are two systems. One is the internal combustion system, and next one is the cooling mechanism. These two systems are present in the animal body. In that first internal combustion system, this system it is helpful for the animal to maintain their body temperature in a cold season or cold weather. That means if the temperature of the atmosphere, or in case of winter season, temperature of atmosphere is decreases, At that time, this internal combustion system maintain the internal temperature of the animal body, maintain the internal temperature of internal body temperature of the animal, and the this animal feeling very well in winter or in cool season. So this is about the internal combustion system. Now the next, cooling mechanism. In case of cooling mechanism, this cooling mechanism also helpful to maintain the body temperature during the hot day, that means in summer season. If the atmospheric temperature is increases than the body temperature, at that time this cooling system of animal, it is satisfactory work, and cattle's feeling very well. So like that, this two mechanism or two system, internal combustion system and cooling mechanism, are helpful to maintain their body temperature in the different season. If atmospheric temperature or ambient temperature and atmospheric humidity is relatively more or high than the body temperature of the cattle, at that time this internal combustion system or cooling mechanism are not satisfactory work or not satisfactory function, and due to this reason these animals ultimately dead. These animal ultimately dead. That means when atmospheric temperature is increases, also relative humidity increases than the body temperature of the cattle, at that time this cooling mechanism, it cannot be satisfactory work or cannot be work very well, and due to this reason these cattle can be dead, or ultimately dead may be following cattle. So this is about the cattle climatic requirements. Also in case of cattle climatic requirement, there are certain temperature, it is also comfort zone for the different cattle. In case of European cattle, the comfort zone is in between -1 and 15 degree Celsius. That means the European cattle can be survive at -1 degree Celsius also, and 15 degree Celsius temperature also. In case of Indian cattle, that means these cattle like Cancrage, Sahiwal, Gir, these cattle having comfort zone is between 10 degree Celsius and 27 degree Celsius. That means these cattle can survive up to 10 degree Celsius and 27 degree Celsius. Also in case of cattle also, if the cattle having weight 500 kg, those cattle having weight 500 kg having comfort zone is the 10 degree Celsius. That means at minimum 10 degree Celsius 500 kg animals can be survive very well. Also in case of short horn cattle, the short horn cattle also there increases their body weight at 10 degree Celsius than the 27 degree Celsius. That means when temperature is decreases, body temperature of the short horn cattle is increases. Also in case of calves मराठी त्याला आपण वासरं असं म्हणतो. In case of calves for the slaughter, the weight is inversely proportional to the temperature. That means temperature decreases, weight is increases. Also in case of all domesticated animals have adapted to the variation heat and cold region. So this is about the climatic requirement of the cattle. Now the climatic requirement of the milk cattle. Now milk cattle, some milk cattle give the maximum milk yield at a minimum temperature, or some give maximum yield at the optimum temperature. So in case of low temperature, or in case of milk to produce better quality or higher milk production as well as the good quality of milk, low temperature is required. So in case of season, in December month, the milk yield is the higher than the another 11 month. तर तुम्ही कधीही लक्षात ठेवा, तुम्हाला कदाचित ॲग्री MPSCच्या इंटरव्ह्यूमध्ये विचारलं जाऊ शकतं की डिसेंबर महिन्यामध्ये जास्तीत जास्त दुधाचं उत्पन्न का येतं. तर जास्तीत जास्त दुधाचं उत्पन्न किंवा जास्तीत जास्त कम्फर्टेबल ॲनिमल कधी असतात, डिसेंबर मंथमध्ये असतात. का असतात, तर डिसेंबरमध्ये महिन्यामध्ये कोणत्याही प्रकारचा रेनफॉल नसतो, जास्त प्रमाणात टेम्परेचर नसतं, जास्त प्रमाणात रिलेटिव्ह ह्युमिडिटी नसते. म्हणजे वातावरण कसं असतं, फेवरेबल असतं. कशासाठी, ॲनिमलसाठी सुद्धा आणि मॅनसाठी सुद्धा, म्हणजेच ह्युमॅन बिईंगसाठी सुद्धा. म्हणजे आपण जनरली पाहतो की आपल्याला जास्त जेवण कधी जातं, हिवाळ्यामध्ये डिसेंबर महिन्यात जास्त जेवण जातं, कशापेक्षा, उन्हाळ्यापेक्षा. तसंच ह्या कॅटलला जास्त फेवरेबल कंडिशन आणि जास्त चारा हा डिसेंबर महिन्यात अवेलेबल असतो. म्हणून डिसेंबर महिन्यात ज्यावेळेस कमी तापमान असतं त्यावेळेस जास्तीत जास्त दुधाचं उत्पन्न, म्हणजे जास्तीत जास्त दूध काय होतं आपल्याला ॲनिमलकडून आपल्याला भेटतं. सो दिस इज अबाउट दी लो टेम्परेचर. इन केस ऑफ ऑप्टिमम टेम्परेचर फॉर दी obtained maximum yield, milk yield, the optimum temperature range for the milk cattle, it is the ranges between 0 to 15 degree Celsius. If the temperature beyond 15 degree Celsius, the fat content of cow milk is declined. The fat content in the cow milk is declined. For example, in case of Holstein's cow, if the atmospheric temperature goes up to minus 12 degrees Celsius, having no adverse effect found on the Holstein cow, and at minus 12 degrees Celsius temperature, the milk yield is reduces up to 20% of Jersey cow. And in case of Brahman cow, the milk yield do not affected or do not fall until 35 degrees Celsius temperature observed in atmosphere. So like that, the climatic requirements for the milk cattle. Now next we discuss about the climatic requirement for the sheep and goat. Here climatic requirement of sheep, it is similar or it is also applicable to the sheep also. That means the climatic requirement of goat and sheep, it is similar. And in case of climatic requirement, the sheep having critical period of their life is the day it is born. This is the critical period for the sheep. Also the lambs from birth to weaning and weaning to slaughter, it is also the critical period or very critical period for the lamb. Here weaning means the separation of lamb from milking. That means separation from their mother. So in case of sheep milk, or in case of sheep, the milk content increases higher fat if temperature of the atmosphere is decreases. That means at lower temperature the fat content in the sheep milk is increases with decrease in temperature. If this sheep is kept at 32 degrees Celsius with the 60 to 65% relative humidity, at that time the body temperature of sheep is increases. Also the respiration rate, pulse rate of this sheep is increases when these animals or these sheep and goats are kept in 32 degrees Celsius with the 60 to 65 degrees Celsius, 60 to 65% relative humidity. That means increasing temperature, increasing body weight of the sheep and goat. So these are the about climatic requirement for the sheep and goat. Like that, our this topic, climatic requirement for the crops and animals, is over. Thank you.